Greetings, Butterfly Tribe, and welcome to Daily Dose of Truth, which will be coming from Romans, the 10th chapter, starting at verse 8. It is written, "But what does it say? The word is near you, in your mouth and in your heart. That is the word of belief, which you are proclaiming. That if you confess with your mouth the Master YAHUSHA, and believe in your heart that the Most High has raised him from the dead, you shall be saved. For with the heart one believes unto righteousness, and one confesses with the mouth, and so is saved." May Yahuwah add a blessing to the readers, hearers, and doers of his set-apart word. In Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter, verse 14, Moses writes, "For the word is very near you, in your mouth and in your heart, to do it. See, I have set before you today life and good, and death and evil, in that I am commanding you today to love Yahuwah, your Almighty One, to walk in his ways and to guard his commands and his laws and his right rulings, and you shall live and increase, and Yahuwah, your Almighty One, shall bless you in the land which you go to possess. But if your heart turns away, and you do not obey, and shall be drawn away, and shall bow down to other mighty ones and serve them, I have declared to you today that you shall certainly perish. You shall not prolong your days in the land which you are passing over the Jordan to enter and possess. I have called the heavens and the earth as witnesses today against you. I have set before you life and death, the blessings and the curse. Therefore you shall choose life, so that you live, both you and your seed, to love Yahuwah, your Almighty One, to obey his voice, and to cling to him. For he is your life and the length of your days, to dwell in the land which Yahuwah swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them." This is Moses instructing the Israelites, telling them what the Most High instructed him to tell them, that he laid before them life and death, the choice to do good and live, or to obey him and live, or death and evil. Life and good, death and evil. The Israelites were given the same choice that Adam was given in the garden. Adam was given one command: do not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for in the day that you eat of it, you will certainly die. You see, you can't live and walk in evil and expect to live. Adam could have chosen the tree of life. Eve could have chosen the tree of life, but they chose the knowledge of good and evil. So the Most High was giving his chosen people the same opportunity that he had given the first man and woman, to choose him, to choose to obey his laws, his statutes, to obey his instruction, to avoid walking in evil, and they would live. But if they did not, then just as Adam and Eve was kicked out of the garden, he would take them away from the land promised to their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we know that happened, which is why they originally ended up in captivity. But they would undergo several captivities because they could not follow, or did not choose to follow, the instruction of the Almighty One. They chose for themselves other mighty ones to follow. We call them idols today. Search your heart. What idols have you placed before the Most High? What have you chosen to put above him? What have you chosen to give authority to the voice of those things than the voice and instruction of the Most High? He said, you have the word near you and in your mouth and in your heart. They were instructed to hide the word, read the word, hide it in their heart so that they might not sin against him. The word of belief. But if they confessed with their mouth that the Master YAHUSHA and believed in their heart that the Most High has raised him from the dead, then they should be saved. You see, back then Israel was still waiting for the Messiah. But we've been given the Messiah. We've been given the promise of our Savior. For with the heart one believes unto righteousness, and one confesses with the mouth, and so is saved. When you make that confession, when you come into the renewed covenant through the blood of the Messiah, I just told you, he said, I didn't come to do away with the law. When you step into the renewed covenant, you agree to follow the commands, the instructions, the law of the Most High. When you follow those things, when you follow in the footsteps of Messiah, that gives you life. When you turn away from those things and do things according to the way you want to do, or the way the world wants you to do it, or the way that your idols are doing it, then you choose death. I hope you have enjoyed today's Daily Dose of Truth.